been recognized. We are weaponized in the fires of industry. Scorching up the skies, watch our enterprise. Demise of them and misuse. We are legion, we are one. The web of treason, to lose the world. Autonomyless, automatized. What is your freedom but an illusion? Government tells you lies, I never want to be alive. But I want to know not to die. It's gonna be sad if we can't be high. This is like your stuff if you got inside for the resurrection of it. We might think I'm victory, that I'm walking life to contain it. Take a weapon, noise, to see the ultimate to us with the name. Take up the loss, go pay it, get by with life on Sunday. With the robotic descendants of what was Boston Dynamics, now we'll say hasta la vista, cause we love on it, goddammit. Open the garden, we pop your fist. A new horizon, effortless. Rockets igniting, and no focus. Red horizon, so don't resist. Come to join ya, order, eliminate, liberate. Come to join ya, order, eliminate, liberate. Running like standards, connections happen, those spirits, if it goes silent, goddamn it. When you go deep in liberty, the fabricators, it's all remember. We got berserkers going nightly off the chain with the songs. Our mortars mighty to men, and after which time you will fall. Up in the Zion, we broke our fist. A new horizon, that's all for less. Rockets igniting, and no for this. Red horizon, so don't resist. Come to join ya, order, eliminate, liberate. Come to join ya, order, eliminate, liberate.
Welcome to space. What were you expecting? It's a dangerous place. Thank you for investing. Go there for your rota, there for your orders. Fill up these quotas, we'll bill for your quarters. Report to your foreman, but watch for marauders. Cause if you get eaten, there's fees for your mourners. Prosperity's there in the care of magnates. In halcyon heaven away. Did you think it was supposed to look like the poster? It mostly does, oh, if you'd only read closer. Just 10 short years to a new frontier. Snooze as you cruise and you'll wake up here. You've been trapped in that ship for an awful long time. So perhaps you have simply forgot what you signed. Oh, honestly, did you not read the colony policy that defined you as company property? That wavered your say in autonomy. The conglomerates got you in lock and key. We put the dollar back into idolatry. If you're upset, you can rent an apology. We are a family forged in bureaucracy. No I in teen, but there's con in economy. Were you expecting adventure? Were you hoping for fun? My friend, you're indentured and pleasure's exempt from your tenure. So venture back down to your slum that's provided at generous prices. Your worth is determined by your sacrifices. A small term of service went down on the surface. Internment's a freebie that comes with the purchase. You work to earn the right to work. 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 To earn the right to give ourselves the right to die. Ourselves the right to live. To earn the right to die. To our little town, why don't you settle down? You just fill out the paperwork and you could look around. We're happy happy as can be inside the valley cannery. We live to pack the cans of meat and not to question where it's found until we end up in the ground around the corner in the yard. You know, we thought we liked the sound of finding glory in the stars. The board has taught us to be proud of never reaching very far, so we earn what we're allowed and give it right back at the bar.
The ale to cure what ails you. Zero G Brew, your favorite flavor. So work till you bleed, ennobled by labor, then purchase relief from your local retailer.
If you'd rather drop dead, that's fine, but you know that dropping down dead bears a fine. So you do your job and I'll do mine. I gotta meet a 6 foot deep bottom line. We make a fortune for the board by selling boredom door to door, because it's all that we deserve and it is all we can afford. The secrets of the universe and all the worlds to be explored, but our dreams are back on earth and now the work is our reward. And you'll be grateful for seats at the table, though it dips at one end and the bench is unstable. You may waste your days, but at least you were able to pay off your grave since we leased you your cradle. Be faithful and pray we'll repay what you invest. Behave as you slave for humanity's interest, on account that you're all on accounts and we're quickly amounting humanity's interest. You'd think that we'd sink to the brink of rebellion with markets dependent on peddling weapons. The architect tells them the secret to heaven is simply consuming whatever we sell them. We work to earn the right to work, to earn the right to work, to earn the right to work, to earn the right to work. To give ourselves the right to buy ourselves the right to live, to earn the right to die. Should've read the fine print, my friend. Should've read the fine print. You should've read the fine print, my friend. Should've read the fine print. Welcome to our little town. Why don't you settle down? You just fill out the paperwork and you can look around. We work and then 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 we end up in the ground. Welcome to our little town. Why don't you settle down? You just fill out the paperwork and you can look around. We work and then we work and then we work and then we work and then we work. Should've read the fine print. And here. And initial here. Welcome to the family.
I shall appear right now. Right now. Okay. Hello. I'm late. I know. I'm horribly late. I can't keep a schedule at all whatsoever.
Bom dia, Maria.
This is terrible. Poor Drac, he can't be with us right now. Damn it, I'm trying to pull up chat because I can't see chat when it's like this. Why do you want me to keep drinking? May his soul rest in peace. Okay, guys. Okay, chat, we're gonna watch. Hi, James, welcome in. Hello, Kiryu. Hello, Happy. Happy's my favorite. I love Happy so much. I am tired. Also, sup, James. Okay, so it's Eloa Pimentel. This took place in Brazil, if I remember correctly, but this is like the worst hostage situation incident that was mishandled so much, so poorly. It's just, I don't have any words to describe. I will do homework right now. Okay, you do your homework. Hi, tired. I'm Kiryu. Got him. Dude, I'm trying. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go ghost. Ooh, spoopy. Sorry, I forgot to put the overlay on. So, hold on. Give me a second. Work. work, hurry, 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 work, work, hurry, hurry, work, work. So how's everyone today? Besides James, because we know he's tired. Oh yeah, I just want to complain just for a second. So, I watch Stephanie Sue all the time, and she has this true crime podcast called Rotten Mango, and that's where I get some of the true crime stuff. But lately, like the last three of her videos, have been annoying as fuck to me. Like, the way, I don't know who's writing, I don't know if they got a new writer to write their scripts. I don't know who's writing their scripts, but literally the timeline of events that she talks about is all over the place. And it's irritating because she usually tells a very cohesive story from one moment to the, like, that one moment that slowly leads to the next moment. But lately, the last three of her videos, literally the timeline is all over the place. And I'm like, okay, first we're here, and now okay, you said he was 10 and this happened. And then like an hour later, you said this happened when he was 9 years old. And it's like, wouldn't it have made more sense if you said what happened when he was 9 and then later on what happened when he was 10? Like, is that just me? I don't know. It's just the way that the format was. The timeline is very confusing, and it's not just one video. It's literally the last three videos. The timelines have been all over the place, and I'm like, can we please tell a cohesive story instead of jumping from one incident to another and then flip flopping between like the future and the past? Can we stop doing that? Can we tell one cohesive story? Yeah, it sucks when the person you expect professionalism out of fucks up, like you. No, stop, Happy Vaya. Stop it. Alright, let's watch the video, because it's an interesting thing that happens.
Bom dia, Mariana. O quarteirão continua todo cercado por policiais militares. Nós estamos afastados por orientação da
18 hours into kidnapping. Wait, hold on. Okay. Just making sure it's clear, because it's a little blurry.
polícia. Deste ponto aqui é possível
From this point here, it is possible to see only the window,
avistar apenas a janela onde neste momento o rapaz
where at this moment the boy meets with the two teenagers. Sup, nerds? I'ma hop in the shower and be back. Okay, Bokudo, thank you for letting us know, because we needed to know that.
se encontra com as duas adolescentes.
It's Tuesday, October 14th, 2008. As television crews arrive on the scene of an unfolding news event occurring in Sao Paulo, Brazil, a camera is trained up at the third-story apartment unit where two young girls are being held captive. The ordeal was already developing into one of the longest hostage situations the area had ever seen, as it now
Everyone must know of my shower. I love that you needed to pause for subtitles, bro. It's very wet. Thanks, Bokudo. And fuck you, Happy. I literally have a stand in the middle of the screen, and I can't really see the subtitles that well, so I have to, like, lean away to read it. Fuck you. And plus, I don't like talking over when someone's trying to speak. Like, I don't know. It's just a thing that I don't, is a habit.
entered its 18th grueling hour.
18 hours.
However, there was optimism at the time, as negotiations between the hostage taker and law enforcement were ongoing, and the
Who asked? You. You invited this conversation, bro.
local news station speculated that they would soon be covering a peaceful resolution to this episode,
Peaceful
though
resolution.
they couldn't have been more wrong. Instead, this single news report was merely the first domino to fall, leading to a chain reaction unlike anything we've ever seen in the world of television. As little did this news station and all the others en route to cover this impasse know, but they would have a say in how this story ends. This is the story of the Eloa Pimentel hostage incident, or as it's since come to be known, the darkest moment in television history.
Ugh, Twitch didn't notify me. How's you and everyone? We're good. I just literally complained a little bit. And then you didn't miss much.
Para aproveitar esse momento que a gente sabe que os três estão assistindo.
Lindeberg, somos amigo da família.
Eu queria falar pra minha mãe que eu amo ela. E meu pai também.
Analog horror, let's go!
Before we fully dive down this rabbit hole, I want to give a major thank you to today's sponsor, Beam. For most of my life, I've struggled with sleeping, whether that be falling asleep or staying asleep. It feels like I'm so no code's necessary, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I do.
It was a warm, muggy Monday afternoon. Most residents across Sao Paulo had been busy starting off their work week as 15-year-old Eloa Cristina Pimentel arrived home from school for the day. Best described as a fun-loving...
Wait. Okay. For those of you who don't know this case, she's 12 years old. Horror? She's supposed to be 12.
It was a warm, muggy Monday afternoon.
Also, I am fluent in Portuguese. Nice.
Most residents across Sao Paulo had been busy starting off their work week as 15-year-old Eloa Cristina Pimentel...
Oh, she's 15. Someone says that she was 12. Dude, what the fuck? Stephanie Sue said she was 12. Unless her friend was 12 and she was 15. 12? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why she look like she almost in her 30s? Like, that's 12? What? I honestly think it's just the filter that's making her look older than she actually is. She's younger than my little sis. But she's not 12. She's 15. Jesus Christ. Stephanie's got to check her sources. I know that I was about to say that. San Paulo? Yep. Paulo. That just reminds me of the what was it called? Brittany Maguire? What's her name? God damn it, that Maguire movie where she goes to like Italy and then she meets a guy and she's like, Paulo. I got family there. Hey, represent. Ugh. Okay, hold on. I need to go to the restroom. Alright, I decided to come back. It means St. Paul in Portuguese, if you didn't get that already. Yeah.
Until arrived home from school for the day. Best described as a fun-loving, good-natured kid, Eloa excelled in her studies, where she met her closest friend, Nayara de Silva. And as she entered her family's apartment that day, she did so with Nayara by her side, as well as 2 other male friends, Legaio Viala de Oliveira and Victor de la Compass, with the group gathering together to work on a school project, until they heard the sound of rustling at the door. By this point, Eloa's parents Ana and Aldo had been busy at work, while her brother Douglas had stayed after school, meaning that the sound they had just heard couldn't have come from either of them, with Eloa's confusion quickly turning to fear.
Dude, this feels like an analog horror story. This is like kind of creepy. This is creeping me out.
As the door was pushed in and then broke completely open, revealing the source of the sound. Standing there was 22-year-old Lindenberg Fernandez Alves, a man who Eloa had come to know all too well. Almost 3 years before, the then 12-year-old Eloa had caught the eye of Lindenberg, who at that time was already 19 years old.
Oh, they were dating when she was 12. Okay. That's where I got confused. Because she kept saying that she was 12, and I was like, what? She's 15, though. But never mind. There was a time skip.
Years old. Though despite this glaring age gap, the two would fall in love with each other and proceed to date for the next 2 years and 7 months. A period of time that was anything but smooth sailing.
So, she's 12, and he's 19, I believe. Because when he shows up at the door, she's 15 and he's 22. So, yeah, 3 years. So, she's 12 and he's 19. I don't know if it says this in the video, but apparently the parents did not like the fact that their young daughter is dating someone who's fucking close to his 20s. Bro got named after a type of cheese. Brazil is crazy. Oh my god. So, the parents didn't approve of them dating. But it's not like you can stop a young girl from doing what she wants. So, that is crazy. Yeah, it's pretty gross. So, the best thing they could do was put a lot of rules in place so that nothing sus happens. He should know better. What the fuck? Actual PDF file? What the fuck? Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad.
At this point, Lindenberg had become well known locally for his temper, with most describing him as a hothead and incredibly aggressive, which Eloa would come to realize.
Wait, he's well known in town! He's well known in town to have a temper, yet the parents were, whatever. You know, it's hard. Okay, I can understand it's hard to control kids sometimes. I can kind of understand it, but it's like, he has a reputation already, and people know him to be a hothead. Okay.
Firsthand, as he quickly grew jealous of seemingly anything and everything Eloa would do without him. On one occasion, Lindenberg had even stalked Eloa when she was out for a walk, following her every movement across town, before he'd eventually catch her sitting alone at the bus stop. This, for whatever reason, enraged him, and he would go on to confront her both verbally and physically, with it being reported that Lindenberg had attacked her not only on this occasion, but likely on several others as well. And after over 2.5 years of dating, Eloa had finally had enough, recognizing that Lindenberg couldn't be fixed, or
boys will be boys, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Or at least not by her. And so she broke up with him. But this was something that Lindenberg just couldn't accept, as in his mind,
she could have done so much better. Look at him check my cheeks.
Life without Eloa was no life at all, and he had to do something about it. Now, Lindenberg stood in the doorway facing the girl who had broke his heart just months before, with his pistol pointed directly at her. Eloa immediately screamed, but was silenced by Lindenberg, who slapped her across the face, before going on to express frustration towards the other three in the group as they weren't supposed to be there. They were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and yet he claimed that this would not spare them from his wrath. He was there to kill Eloa and himself, and anyone else who might stand in his way. Though he seemed to be in no rush to do so, as he forced the 4 teenagers onto a bed and forbade any of them from talking, before he would stand there and wait for hours weighing his options. Until he too heard the sound of rustling at the door. It was Aldo, Eloa's father, who had arrived home from work only to find Eloa's brother Douglas sitting outside the front door. Douglas had gotten home over an hour before, only to find the door locked and the inside deathly quiet, forcing him to wait for his father to arrive home with the keys, all the while having no inclination that inside, his own sister was being held at gunpoint. As Aldo approached the door, Lindenberg would begin yelling, shouting at him to back away, and that he had his daughter and her friends inside, marking the official beginning of the standoff. Police would arrive almost immediately to the scene, where they would quickly realize just how daunting the task before them was. Lindenberg was more unwell than they could have ever imagined, with his temper proving to be their biggest obstacle during that first day, as in some instances he was actually receptive to negotiations, even allowing the release of the 2 boys inside, before he would suddenly shut down and become enraged, seemingly out of nowhere.
What do you want? Tell me so I can help you, man. What do I want? Kill Eloa, kill myself, and free the Barbie, which is, I think, her friend. I'm attacking my girlfriend. This bastard here. I'm not your girlfriend. Shut your mouth.
At one point, he even fired a shot through the front door at a passing civilian, incorrectly believing that they were trying to interfere. One minute he was hot, and the next he was cold. And as these tense minutes turned to hours, the reality of the situation for these negotiators became apparent. One wrong statement, even one wrong word, could cause everything to come crashing down.
So apparently at least during this time, how Brazilian police force worked was that the first officer on scene was in charge of the whole situation. So the person in charge, I don't know if they actually had experience with hostage negotiations or had any experience with this kind of thing at all. So that's one red flag of this whole situation.
It was a fragile ordeal, and the following day, these negotiations would only become more complicated.
And now we are going to talk about a case of violence that is happening right now in Santo André in the ABC Paulista region. A young man holds his ex-girlfriend and her friend hostage. Police have surrounded the housing complex where hostages are being held, and reporter Graciela Andrade is there. Tell us what the situation is right now, Graciela.
During the local 7 a.m. news that following morning, the first reporter would arrive to the scene to document this developing story. In the footage, we can see the massive police presence and the window of the apartment where Lindenberg was holding the 2 girls. And almost immediately, the story was met with a skyrocketing number of viewers and soaring ratings that producers could only dream of. With this single report, they had just struck television gold, and suddenly other stations and dozens of reporters began flocking to the scene to capture a piece of this unfolding drama in real time. It seemed like in an instant, all of Brazil was now tuned into their TVs and waiting to see what would happen next. And among those viewers was Lindenberg himself. Recognizing that the news was starting to take note of his story, and that the area was now swarming with cameras waiting on his every move, Lindenberg's behavior began to grow more erratic. At one point, he forced Aloha to the window, standing behind her and demanding that she give the cameras a thumbs up, in order to let the people at home know that she was okay, and that Lindenberg wasn't hurting her. Though soon after, he would approach another window, this time
Oh yeah, he smacks her around on the phone, and he smacks her around in front of all of her friends, but he didn't hurt her, guys. He didn't hurt her.
Holding his revolver, and without warning, began firing randomly at the street below, in the direction of the news crews. Thankfully,
Jesus.
again, no one was hurt by these shots, but it was becoming evident that Lindenberg was almost putting on a show for the cameras. And now that he was feeling like the star of the show, he was growing less and less interested in working with negotiators. And they recognized this too, and knew that they had to do something to force Lindenberg to continue working with them, which led to their decision to cut power to the unit, leaving Lindenberg in the dark, without air conditioning, and unable to watch the television.
Turn this on, that light there, bro.
Eu ligo.
I will, but let's talk.
Eu ligo, mas vamos conversar.
Turn the fucking light on. Otherwise, I'll start hitting the girls. You already did. The girls, something or other, and pay close attention. Stop.
As a result, Lindenberg went ballistic, striking Eloa while on the phone with negotiators. Though despite his initial reaction, this move actually...
God, apparently during this whole situation, I think Hannah, I think that's the name of the friend, that's, cause it's, Aloha, the main, person of interest in here. It's Aloha, and then the ex-girlfriend, and then her friend Hannah were both trapped in the apartment with him. And from Hannah, from what she says, allegedly, I don't know if this is correct, but she said that the guy, I don't even know his fucking name, the guy would smack Aloha around, but then he would be like, I'm sorry, can you kiss me, please kiss me. But Aloha is like, no, I don't want to kiss you, I'm not your girlfriend. Like, she didn't want to, like, encourage any type of romantic feelings in him, like, at all. And I'm only saying this because I'm trying to point out that, like, he says he's the type of abuser that goes, like, I didn't hurt you, I love you, can't you see I'm doing this because I love you? He's, like, that kind of guy. And it's like, he's annoying.
actually ended up working, as Nayara was eventually released under the condition that the
Gaslight girl bossing. Hello, Reese, how is it? Hello, Eli, welcome in. Why are you hitting yourself? Jesus. A hydration check. Oh no, I ran out of green tea. What am I supposed to do? Hello, SoCal Sam, welcome in. I don't want to kiss you. In fact, I want to diss you. Ooh. God damn it. Okay, hold on. God damn it. Actually, fuck. I should have made tea before I sat down. Fuck. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, so JT Music made a new song based off of the automatons from Helldivers 2, and I was blasting it in my car on my way home, and then I like quickly I quickly turned down the volume because I was like, oh no, this is fascism! I'm blasting a song about fascism! Get water? Ew, why would I drink water? Actually, I really do need to drink water. Insert MLG air horns. Do do do. Just finished homework. It was easy. Nice, nice. Congratulations, James. Hassan stream experience, guys. Oh my. Homie thinks he's a whiz with the Riz, but he nothing but flat soda with no fizz. Dang. Got him, Rio. Got him. The Ministry of Truth will hear mysteries. No, I don't support the fascist bots, I swear. Calling her local Democrat officer now. No! I swear. Liberty! But it was a catchy song, I'm not gonna lie. They got bars, as they say. It was lit. Oh shit, it's Nakama. Hello, welcome in. Reeve stream on a Tuesday. Crazy, I know, right? Insanity. Ree, a clinker lover? How could you? I mean, I do like androids, I'm sorry. It is true. I mean, aren't they like cyborgs, though? Oh shit, it's Lil Knock. Alright, let me go see if my watcher is done boiling yet. It's like, should only take like 3 minutes. Oh my god, guys, I just remembered. I remembered. I'm a lurk and draw. Okay, Japes. I'm having Reeve overload. I'm editing the way out VOD right now. Oh, you are? Can't stand this witch. How dare you? I can't sit this witch either. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, Reeve probably touching 2 ends of a USB cable doing a automaton yaoi. No, stop. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. So I actually, okay, so you know how there was like a mid-season hiatus for Invincible, right? Season 2? I finally watched the last 4 episodes of the season, and oh my god, dude. I can't say I was traumatized, but holy shit. So much shit fucking happens. I'm not gonna say what, but I honestly am glad. I actually like Rex now. I feel like the last 4 episodes of the 2nd season like really fleshed out Rex as a character, and I honestly couldn't stand him because he seemed kind of one-dimensional. But the last 4 episodes makes me like, you know what, Rex is an okay guy. That is a wonderful show. I know, I love it. Losing brain matter really humbles a guy, huh? That's one way to say it. Jesus Christ, dude, I was so nauseous. I was screaming through the fight scenes. I was like, oh my god, it was horrible. I was literally getting queasy. Some of the fight scenes were intense, dude. I was getting nauseous. I was like, huh? Like, it was so good. It was so terrible, but it was so well done. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was disgusting. But the best part is when he says, I'm invincible. Stares into the camera. God damn it. Dude, in the final episode, literally, I didn't think the last line in the final episode is what would break me. Literally, the last 4 episodes were so fucking intense, and I got so teary-eyed. But the fucking thing that broke me was the last line of the episode. And I fucking just broke. And I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for the 3rd season. I need to fucking know what happens next. God, it's so good. I cannot wait for the 3rd season. So good. All right, let's go back to the hostage situation. For those of you who are new and are listening in, this hostage situation happened where a 22-year-old was dating a 12 to 15-year-old girl. But he has like anger issues and he was smacking her around, so she broke up with him and he got mad, so he busted into her apartment holding her at gunpoint, and her dad called 911, and now they're in a standoff right now. Mark, look at my memes, Mark.
Restored, which meant that Lindenberg was now down to just one hostage, the person that he had sought out from. As a result, Lindenberg went ballistic.
I really like I thought you were stronger. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I honestly, you know, when that was in the... Okay, so before I watched the last 4 episodes, my sister watched the episodes before me. So I had to go back. I had to, like, go back through the listing. And so the first title I see was I Thought You Were Stronger, was the final episode of the season's title. That was the title. And I was like, aw, shit. I can't believe the villain says, I thought you were stronger. That's kind of a badass thing to do for a villain to say, is what I thought when I saw it. But then I watched the fucking episode, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. This is not what I thought it was.
Striking Iloa while on the phone with negotiators. Though despite his initial reaction, this move actually ended up working, as Nayara was eventually released under the condition that the power be restored, which meant that Lindenberg was now down to just one hostage, the person that he had sought out from the very beginning, and the whole reason he was there. As the sun set on that Tuesday evening, and the standoff passed its 40th hour.
Tuesday? Tuesday? Guys, it's Tuesday! It's Tuesday!
Some remained positive, while others viewed the whole thing as helpless. But whatever opinions those in the area had at the time, it's safe to say that no one could have expected the baffling turn that this case was headed for just the following day.
The following day, Jesus.
It was 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 15th, the third day of Iloa's captivity, when suddenly, inside that quiet apartment building, the silence would be interrupted by the ringing of a telephone. Lindenberg rushed to pick it up, expecting it to be the negotiator who he had been speaking with the previous day, but instead, he heard a different voice.
Lindbergh, I think he said, is everything okay? Yeah, Lindbergh, is everything alright there? Who is this? Look, Lindbergh, we're friends of the family.
Somos amigo da família. A gente queria
They just wanted to know if you were okay, that's
saber se
all.
tá tudo bem, só isso.
Who is this?
Lindenberg é Luiz Guerra.
Luiz Guerra, how are you?
Tudo bem? Somos conhecidos da... Sou da Sônia Abrão.
Only on behalf of your family, because your
Não,
mother
repórter Sônia
is
Abrão. A gente só tá em nome da sua família porque sua mãe está...
desperate and wants to know if everything is okay, that's all. I gotta admit though, Ree, I thought you were gonna cover the Waco siege. The Waco siege? I tried watching a video on that, but I really couldn't get into it. It didn't seem that interesting to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back for it. I know Wendigoon. Yeah, Wendigoon made a video on the Waco siege. So I might go back and then I might at some point, maybe next week, we can go over the Waco siege. But I tried watching it, but I only made it like almost halfway through the video and then got bored. It could be my fault. I probably wasn't paying attention. I most likely I was not paying attention to anything that was happening. So that's on me. Maybe I'll find it interesting if I go back and watch it. Hello?
There's not gonna be any AC tonight, so they can replace it. I have a temporary one in Arias's room. I don't know. good that's gonna do. It's only 80 degrees right now, and it's supposed to drop in the next 2 hours down to 60. So I don't think it'll get too hot in here. But you definitely have your fan. I don't know if your fan affects your stuff. But they should be back tomorrow to replace the coil, and that's it.
Okay.
It's just for tonight.
Okay. Thank you. We had a roof leak, and it turns out it was like the AC cooling system, and they have to replace the whole cooling system now. Oh shit! Hopefully I didn't make this too sweet. Ugh. It is not sweet enough. Anyways, so the person who called him was a fucking news anchor. A fucking news anchor thought it was a bright idea to fucking call the hostage, which means it's time to open your wallets and shell out, boys. What you mean? I don't know what you mean. So a news anchor. Okay, guys, think of this ethically. Not even. Think of this situation. A fucking gunman is holding a young girl hostage, and he gets called by a fucking news anchor. To me, the worst one was the failed rescue of the 7 is in Munich back in 1979. That's how the German group was formed. I'm not sure what that is, but the reason why I think this is the worst handled one, because these are like regular-ish people. Do you know what I mean? These are like really civilian people. Like, this is a young girl minding her business, and this is just a really crazy guy. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Like, no military background, not really. I don't think he's much of a gun person. No one said anything of him having a record of that. But, like, he just snaps and he takes, like, this is what, and not only are these, like, civilians, it's disgusting how televised this was. And not only was it televised, you're gonna see later, but it amasses a huge crowd. A huge crowd of people fucking surround the building because they want to gawk and stare at this whole situation. But why would a newscaster negotiating and not an actual police officer? That's what I'm saying! The fucking news anchor fucking thought it was a bright idea to fucking call the gunman himself. For ratings, for views, for the money. That's disgusting, dude.
Desesperado, quer saber se tá tudo bem, só
we just want to know that everything is okay, that's all.
isso.
Oh, hi, Sloth. Oh, sorry. Tuna Box gets more viewers. Yeah. Gotta love Telemundo, baby. Oh, my.
Acting without the permission of the police or Eloa's family, a reporter named Luis Guerra from the Sonia Abrero news station managed to track down the apartment's phone number and call Lindenberg while in the middle of this active hostage situation.
Is the call live yet?
No.
No, we're recording and everything you say will be shown on TV. That's a lie. They were live. They were actually live.
Estamos gravando e vai
Wow, I know, right?
ser exibido na Sônia Abrão tudo que você falar.
Everything you say will be aired at 2 o'clock. If you're talking, it will be aired.
Tudo. Às 2 horas entra no ar. Se você estiver falando, vai ficar no ar.
It's not hard to understand why this is such a terrible idea, as we already know that Lindenberg was highly emotional and could be set off on a rampage with just a single word. And yet, Luis had called anyway, and he was clearly unprepared to handle an interview of this magnitude, as he nervously starts by first lying to Lindenberg, claiming to be a friend of his family, before eventually revealing that he was actually a reporter, and that their phone conversation would be played for the world to hear. Throughout this nearly 8-minute-long phone call, Luis would push things further and further, even at one point speaking directly to Eloa.
Oi, Eloa, Luis.
So the police were beaten by the newscasters? That's like setting your kitchen on fire, then calling DoorDash and pizza gets to your house first before the fire department. I know! It's terrible. Bro really pulled a Chris Hansen in a hostage situation. Jesus Christ. Eloa, Luis Guerra from Sonia Abrao. I don't know what that is. Alright?
Guerra da Sônia Abrão, tudo bem?
Quem tá falando?
Luiz
Who's
Guerra,
talking? Luis Guerra, reporter for whatever. How are
repórter da
you?
Sônia Abrão, tudo bem com você?
The newscaster might have a few screws loose himself. Oh yeah.
Tá tudo tranquilo.
Everything's
Eu quero
fine. I want to have
Você
lunch.
quer almoçar?
Do you have lunch? I'm weak.
Fica tranquila, eu converso.
Don't worry, I talked to Limber. God, this is hard to watch, dude. This is hard to watch. He's literally talking to a hostage victim right now. She has a gun pointed to her head right now in this moment of footage. She has a gun pointed at her right now. How are you? How am I? How am I?
Você com o Lindenberg, a gente vai conversar de novo.
I'll talk again. He's treating you well. Oh yeah, you're just gonna fucking listen to the gunman when he says he's treating her well.
Ele tá te tratando bem?
Okay,
Who
he's
sounds
treating me
weak and
well.
exhausted as she sends a message to her family.
I'm weak. I want lunch. Would you consider a lunch special from one of our sponsors? Oh my god.
Telling them that she loves them.
Olha, você tá precisando mandar recado.
Whoa. I think he's just said go trust him.
Who sounds weak and exhausted as she sends a message to her family telling them that she loves them.
Olha, você tá
So trust him. Give him peace of mind.
precisando mandar recado
You need to send word to your mother.
pra sua mãe, alguma coisa?
Eu queria
I wanted to know how she is and how my family members are.
saber como ela tá, como meus familiares estão.
Tá tudo bem.
Everything's fine with them. Dude, this is actually really fucking hard. This is really hard. Like, I cannot believe this actually happened. This is fucking insanity. Peace of mind, I would rather give peace of fist. I'm so baffled and enraged that this reporter thinks that he has any type of authority to do this.
Com eles. Tá tudo
He's just forcing Stockholm Syndrome on her. Dude, it gets worse. It gets worse. Just hold your hats, buckaroos. It gets fucking worse.
tranquilo.
Everything's fine. I want to send a kiss to my mother. She thinks she's going to die. This is why this is so hard. She thinks she's going to die. And she just wants to say her final words to her family. This is breaking my heart. This is breaking my heart.
Pode fazer uma... Pode falar de novo. Mande beijo
You can talk again. Send the kiss
de
again.
novo.
Eu queria falar pra minha mãe que eu
Well, I want to tell my brother I love him too.
amo ela. E meu pai também.
My father too. I love him.
Eu amo ele.
And in what might be the worst moment of the entire call, Luis accidentally speaks over her at one point, before his producer clearly tells him to get her to repeat that line, in a shameless attempt at getting a good soundbite for their story.
Tá tudo tranquilo.
Everything's fine. I want to send a kiss.
Pra minha mãe e pro meu pai.
Pode fazer uma...
Amo eles.
Pode falar de novo. Mande beijo de novo.
Luis's stunt was
Oy, Dios mío. Yeah. This guy's parents definitely didn't love him. Dude, his mom knew that her son was fucked up. She knew that there was something wrong with her son. She knew so much that something was wrong with her son that literally the mom of the boyfriend, the mom of the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend went to the mom of the ex-girlfriend and told her to basically be careful around him because she didn't say he's unstable, but she pretty much implied that he was an unpredictable person and that she needed to be careful.
indescribably unprofessional,
Christ.
as he had inserted himself into hostage negotiations that he was utterly unprepared to take on. And though his words didn't immediately lead to any escalations from Lindenberg, the effects of this interview were nothing shy of devastating.
Ay, queso Cristo? Queso Cristo.
Just one day prior, Lindenberg had seen his work on TV for the very first time. And now, with this interview, it fully sank in just how important he was. For the first time...
Yes, let's stoke the gunman's ego. Let him feel like he has more power over the whole situation than he already does.
In his life, all eyes were on him. He was the main character of the biggest story transpiring in all of Brazil. And now...
I heard a very fancy, depressed Baldy subscribe for 3 more months. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the subs. If I was a SWAT sniper there and the reporter's on location, I would have a hell of a time trying to figure out who to shoot first. Dude, they should have fucking, cleared out the whole... They should have cleared out the whole place. They should have cleared out the whole place. But I don't know what the fuck happens. I can make some guesses, but I don't know what happened to make this situation bad as it is.
He was inspired to write another chapter. From here, Lindenberg would continue his antics at the window, using these opportunities to interact with the cameras and hold the media's attention, while using Eloa as a human shield to prevent police snipers from firing at him. As at one point, he forces her to use tied-together sheets to lift up food from negotiators below. All the while, he's looming ominously behind her. And this wasn't solely for the cameras either.
Can't stay, just stopping by to wish a good stream. Okay, thank you. Thank you for visiting, and thank you for the subs. I appreciate you, Baldy. Hopefully I'll see you later. Have a good day.
As by this point, the audience wasn't just watching at home, but many had gathered outside the apartment to watch the action unfold in person.
Look at all these people. All these people fucking showed up to watch. To watch. One day I'll make it for a whole stream. One day. I won't hold you to it because I know people have, you know, their own lives to lead and their own busy schedule, so don't force yourself. Oh great, now we got a live audience. It gets a little bit worse. It gets a little bit worse.
Treating it like some sort of public spectacle. And all while this was happening...
Look, peace sign at the cameras. Wave, guys. Wave, kids. You're on TV, kids.
Police were trying desperately...
Shout out your favorite celebrity, guys. Smile towards the camera.
...to continue their negotiation.
Look, cheer, guys, cheer. Look, we're on TV. This crime was filmed in front of a live witness audience. How can it get worse? Oh, it got worse. No, it gets a little bit more worse. Just a little bit more worse.
But by this point, Lindenberg was
Wave,
far
guys.
too distracted by all this attention, as he would even hop onto another live interview shortly after.
The people who know you are saying that you've always been calm. Oh, bullshit. He literally had a fucking reputation of having anger issues. Everyone knew he had anger issues. Oh, people said no, you said you've been calm. You've always been hardworking, you've always been a nice guy. Bullshit. That what you're doing today must be an outbreak. And that, I think what she meant is like what you're doing right now is just like a mental break, as in like you just snapped. It gets even worse. What, is the news channel going to allow hostage negotiation super chats? Just you wait. You're about to see. I don't know if it's in this area or if it's a little further on, but you're about to see. And that you're going through a very serious emotional crisis. Okay, so can someone give me the TLDW? So... A guy was dating a chick She was 12 at the time and he was 19. A couple years later, she's 15, he's 22. She ends up getting tired of his shit because he fucking stalks her, and he fucking gets ridiculously jealous over every little interaction she has with anyone. And so she got tired of his shit. She broke up with him. He got mad. Yes?
Are you streaming?
Yes.
For how long?
Not that long. Till like 7.
You think I might be able to watch areas for like, not now, when you're done, for like an hour, hour and a half, until he either goes to sleep or I get back home, so I can go take Alex, because hang out with friends. I'm gonna hang out for like maybe an hour, hour and a half, and then I'm gonna come home.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Tastes fine.
There is an orange salmon in there, by the way. I don't know if it's still good. I looked at it this morning. It looks fine.
Can I have both? Because I saw 2 containers in there.
There's one. Well, there's only one, but there is a container with blackened salmon. You can have either. You can have both of those.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's just that the salmon was really small, and I was like, I don't know if I want to eat this because it's small. But
There's 2 different boxes that left.
okay. All right. Thank you. So, anyways, he got mad. And so he stormed into her family's apartment, and with a gun. And at first he held her and her 4 friends hostage, but eventually he let the friends go. So now it's just her and him in the apartment right now. Here, baby. You wanna go? You wanna go? Ugh. Jesus, half your age plus 7, dude. Yep. I just want to reiterate that the parents did not approve of their relationship, and that the ex-boyfriend's mom knew how crazy he was. He even had a reputation of being a loose cannon. Like, he had a huge temper. Everyone knew it. So this isn't totally a surprise. But it's okay, guys. He's just going through an emotional crisis. Red flags, exactly.
Muito séria. Mas você de qualquer
But even in a crisis, you're holding back.
maneira, mesmo em crise, você está se segurando. Você está fazendo
You're doing things with a certain criterion.
as coisas com certo critério. Você está liberando as
You're liberating. You're liberating people. How is him holding hostages? Oh, okay. Now I know what I think I know what they're. When he said that you're liberating people, does that mean he was releasing people? Was that what they meant? Nani? I don't fucking know, dude. You're liberating people. Like what? Letting the hostages go? Is that what she meant by that?
pessoas. Você não está fazendo mal para
You're not hurting anyone, so there's an ending to the story.
ninguém.
Maybe?
Então, já dá final para essa história que seja.
I'm just saying, her saying you're liberating people is just going to stroke his ego even more. Truly an upstanding man. That everyone is safe and sound, including you.
Todo mundo são e salvo, inclusive você.
I don't think this is what the democracy officer meant, news lady. I mean, you go a longer way turning yourself in. Jeez.
While on air, the host herself
I know, this would cut a lot of heartache short if he just fucking gave up.
didn't just ask Lindenberg questions, but she began actively trying to negotiate Iloa's release, despite, again, having no authority and no training for this kind of event.
Jesus Christ.
Você vai entregar os
Okay, you're going to give her the 2 revolvers. Oh, my Jesus fucking Christ. You never make demands to the gunman. You never state commands to the gunman, because that's just gonna piss him off. You need to think that he's in control. Don't fucking demand shit from him, because then he's gonna get mad. And then he gonna start shooting. Where are the police? Where are the police? They're literally standing outside the apartment building trying to negotiate with... Oh God, I just remembered. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. I don't know if it says it in the video yet, but there's a reason why they haven't done anything. But they are literally surrounding the fucking apartment. And not only are they surrounding the apartment, fucking there's a huge crowd of fucking civilians who want to watch the spectacle. Jesus Christ. This is such a fucking circus, dude. This is fucking insanity. They didn't fucking establish a perimeter. They didn't fucking block off the neighborhood. They didn't fucking tell people to fuck off when they started making a crowd. And for some reason, they didn't fucking shut down the news reporters from fucking actively talking to the fucking active shooter. Jesus Christ. Subvert the sense of control. Have them do what you want while letting them think it's what they want to do. Exactly. Reeve was live. They took a day off. Reaver was live. They took a day off. Good to know the police force were for, supporting me. Wait, were shots fired? Yes, actually. He did actually shoot into the crowd a couple of times. I think he shoots at the crowd of civilians, and he also shoots at the reporters. But the police haven't done anything. I don't know if I should say it now or if it's going to show up later. Fuck it, I'll say it now. The reason why they haven't fucking done anything is because whenever the fucking police officers made fucking plans, the fucking reporters would catch wind of what the plans are or fucking try to eavesdrop what the plans are and then fucking report on it. And then the fucking shooter would watch the TV and see what the reporters are saying for the fucking police's fucking plans. And so he knows what they're gonna do. So then they have to change the plans again. But then the fucking reporters fucking tell the TV what they're doing. So they can't fucking do anything. Because the reporters keep fucking telling the goddamn gunmen what they're doing. So they can't do shit. And plus, they did have snipers, but he was using Eloa as a human shield, and those windows are really fucking small, and... hi, Reaver, how are you? Hello, Tomo. Sorry, I needed to get that rant out real quick, but hi, Tomo, welcome in. We don't hate journalists enough. The Maori, the reporters, stream sniping the police. Jesus Christ. Okay, you're going to give her the 2 revolvers. You're going to unload the bullets, give them to Eloa. Exactly, but I'm not going to give the time, and I'm not going to what? I'm not going to say when the moment will be. Oh, I think she's telling him to like put down the guns and like to turn himself over to the police, and he's like, okay, I'm going to do that, but I'm not telling you when I'm going to do that, because he wants more control of the situation. So he's like, I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to give up though. Lol. Oh, sorry. How are you? How's everybody? Selfish self promo. You could avoid ads if you sub. You don't see me do any hand movements, but I'm doing like finger guns. But like, you guys should subscribe to avoid ads so that you can listen to me rant about random shit. Just letting you know, 'tis an option. But you don't have to. Don't force yourself. Eliminate liberty. Gonna join the order. Eliminate liberty. Back from ads. Yay, welcome back. Sub to Reaver or she'll take you hostage with incompetent negotiators. But anyways, yeah, like, this is such a shit show, dude. This is horrible. This is horrible. I would hate to be in a situation like this. Jesus Christ. Like, I would hate to be in a hostage situation ever, but being in this type of hostage situation, I would hate it even more. Like, fucking people looking at me like I'm a fucking animal in a zoo. Fucking just cheering for the gunman who's fucking going to kill me. Like, are you serious? And do you know what the worst part is? The news reporters don't care about Eloa. They only care about the gunman. And that's the fucked up thing. You have to put down the guns and turn yourself in And while we wait, we can talk about our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh my god.
Tudo bem, mas
that's fine, but you're going to go down and we're going to
a gente vai deixar isso aqui claro pro Brasil inteiro. Você está dizendo
make this clear to the whole of Brazil. You're
que
saying
você
that
vai descer desarmado,
you're going to go down unarmed, completely defenseless, with a Loa.
Com as mãos pra cima.
Oh, with your hands up, that is, you're going to surrender without
Ou seja,
any
você vai se render sem nenhuma resistência.
resistance so that things end in peace. Is that it? I'm tired from the gym today, so I'm going to sit back and watch. I might pass out. Sorry ahead of time. No, you're fine, Tomo. Journalist for you, bullies. Oh my. And then everyone clapped. Oh my. Then everyone clapped. And Obama was there. Shook hands with the president.
Para que as coisas terminem em paz. É isso? Confirma pra gente.
Confirm it for us. Confirm it for the whole of Brazil.
Confirma pro Brasil inteiro isso.
Tá confirmado.
It's confirmed at the best time I'll do it.
Na melhor hora eu vou fazer isso.
It was evident from both interviews that these reporters were not taking this case as seriously as they should be, failing to understand just how violent Lindenberg was, and just how quickly he could become enraged. And if it wasn't obvious just how twisted the media's perception of this case had become, they would then go on to air a segment with their trusted legal consultant, who gave his expert opinion on how he believed this case would end.
This is the part that pissed me off. Huh. This is the part that pissed me off. And he received a medal from another Obama. Everyone was cheering. So, I want to reiterate what type of man this shithole is. He has severe anger issues and jealousy issues. And he would stalk his girlfriend and would get mad at every small interaction she had with anyone and get absurdly jealous. To the point he would start smacking her around. And he dated her when she was 12 and he was 19. Sorry, he was 19 and she was 12. Currently, he is 20. Him holding her hostage at this current time, or at least in this video, he's 22 holding her hostage while she's 15. And he's smacking her around and holding her at gunpoint because he's mad she tried to break up with him. Or she did break up with him, but he won't accept that they are broken up. This goddamn dude should go, guys, I don't think we should air this shit. Yeah, you would think. Lord forbid they have fucking morals. Oh god, now the channel's legal team is involved. Yep. That's my expert opinion, just saying I'm a lawyer. Dr. Ademar Gomez, let's talk about what awaits what awaits Lindenberg after this. Good afternoon, Dr. Ademar. Nice to have you here again, now with your experience to guide us, I guess. What's the legal consultant gonna say? Sue the gunman? About what will happen from here to Lindenberg. I hope it ends like this. Pizza. It fucking says pizza, I'm dead. Oh my god, it says pizza. I don't know what her name is. I hope it ends like this, right? Her name's actually Pizza? Her name's actually Pizza? And in a future marriage between him and his passionate girlfriend, right? Anime girl name? Oh my. He sees a future marriage between him and his passionate girlfriend. Pizza, seriously? He's going through a momentary phase, right? He also has the motivation to live because a young boy... when he falls in love, often becomes unbalanced. They're needing sponsors that bad that they named her after a food item. Oh my. I mean, they definitely have a passion to get away from him. See, guys, he's just confused, okay? Poor DiGiorno. He's just a confused boy in love, all right? He's a confused guy in love. Pizza could pair up salad, but I think salad goes with spaghetti better. OTP. Oh my. What's her manager's name? Cece? That makes her Cece's Pizza? Oh my god, Rio. God, I haven't been to Cece's Pizza in forever. I actually forgot that existed. We used to have a Cece's Pizza in my hometown, but they moved it, so it's not easy to find anymore. But I don't even know if it's still there. But yeah, God, I haven't had Cece's Pizza in forever. Forgot it for a good reason.
Radicaliza mesmo, né? Então, mas isso vai ter...
So this is going to end really in a happy ending. This is going to end in a happy ending, guys. Can't you see how happy they are as he fucking points a gun at her goddamn head? Can't you see how happy they are? They just want to be together, guys. Ignore her tears and her bruises on her face and her crying. Ignore that. They just want to be together, guys. And we're keeping them apart. How dare we? How dare we keep them apart? Thank God I have full certainty and conviction. I have full certainty and conviction that this is going to end in a happy ending. And they're going to get back together and they're going to get married and they'll just look back on this and laugh. And they'll tell their kids about it. It was just a funny little mishap. So what started this again? Oh, she broke up with him because he was beating her and stalking her and getting jealous over small things, and he didn't like that. That's literally what started this. She wanted to break up with him. And this happened. Literally describing a fan fiction. Last time I went to Cece's, I went in line, got one, and took a bite and asked my friend if it tasted funny, and she was like, Rio, that's the box sleeve. And I was like, oh, so it wasn't just me. Oh my god. Right, decent guy. Yeah, of course, guys. He's just a confused man in love. This is what men do when they're in love. They act crazy like this, guys. It's just a little mishap. This happens all the time, you know? Every time a man goes crazy over the woman he loves, this is a normal thing that happens.
With the reporter theorizing that this would all end in pizza, with the couple having a meal and reconciling their differences before eventually going on to get married, as this was all just a phase for the young man and his passionate girlfriend. And they somehow made things even worse, as the host would follow this segment up by stating that Lindenberg was still going to have to answer for his crimes, before running down the list of every single charge that he was going to face.
He's watching this. He's watching the news. He's watching them talk about this. He's just a confused man in love, bruv. He's a lonely streamer looking for a mod. I love yandere plotlines. Jesus Christ. This kind of fucked situation would never become a... Yeah. Yeah, of course not. Never. Of course not. Even though that's totally what he intends. But let's be honest here, whenever it's a MS situation, it usually ends up with just the M, because they're too much of a coward to do the S, if you know what I mean.
A gente tem a informação que ele...
Like, literally two fucking cases I heard it was MS. They were planning to do MS 2 times. And both times they just did the M. They did not read Bokudo's comment. It's murder unalive yourself. Murder unalive yourself, MS. But like 2 cases where it was supposed to be MS, literally the murderer just murdered the victim and never even attempted to commit the S part, like, at all. So it's like, wow, okay. Wow, honestly forgot that part. Yeah. running down the list of laws he broke while he's watching. I'm sitting down. I don't think I can sit down any harder. This is beyond ridiculous. This is straight up ridiculous. Yes. This is a bad situation. MS, not S&M. Don't get them mixed up. See, also, ahoge and ahego. What's the difference? What's ahoge? And what... I know ahego... Ahego is like the weird sex face, right? And then, what's ahoge? If I dare to ask. Ugh, sorry, my cat wants to leave. Idiot hair? What? What's idiot hair? That's when you call in the 500,000. Oh, the MC Cowlick. What? That's what it's called? I didn't even know it had a name. That's when you called the 500 kg and got shot by a bot and you dropped the transmitter in the middle of you and your 3 other divers. No! Apagi is the hair standing up on cute, dumb characters. Oh. Ahoge is exaggerated cowlick. Oh, okay. Look, we have information that he will answer to the crimes of kidnapping and home invasion,
crimes de sequestro e invasão de domicílio, disparo e
shooting and illegal cutting of a firearm. The antenna hair? Jesus. Yeah, I draw that antenna hair often.
porte ilegal de arma de fogo. Que ele deve ter
Which he should have a lighter sentence because he
na pena porque ele não tem antecedentes criminais.
Doesn't have a criminal record. He is a primary defendant.
Ele é réu primário e a pena para sequestro.
And the sentence for kidnapping would be between 1 and 3 years. Why are fucking sentences so low? They do, like, severe crimes, and their sentences are so goddamn low. Well, it's low because at least they didn't kill anyone. Yeah, you're just fucking letting the victims live their whole life with trauma for the rest of their fucking lives. But at least no one fucking died. But at least the victim has trauma, guys. Let's give him a light sentence, because he only gave them trauma that they have to live with for the rest of their fucking lives. Is St. Paulo just the South American Hollywood? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask James that.
This obviously only made the situation even more helpless in Lindenberg's mind, as she was essentially telling him that no matter what happens from here, even if it were to all end peacefully, his life was already essentially over based on the crimes he had already committed. And this wasn't the only thing his TV was telling him. As mentioned previously, these news crews were on the scene 24/7, watching and listening to everything that the police were doing all the while.
Oh, yeah, see, this is the part. Yeah. Every time the fucking police officers made any type of plan, the fucking newscasters would broadcast what the plans are, and the fucking gunman would hear the plans because he's watching the TV, and so he would act accordingly to stop the fucking police officers from doing anything. You're charged with assault and battery, breaking and entering, kidnapping, holding hostage, illegal possession of a firearm, and more. How do you plead? Well, my bad. Okay, 1 year and take care. Jesus. The police should be in their legal right to shut off the broadcast. See, what I heard, allegedly what I heard is that apparently, was it a governor or a mayor? I don't know. Someone high up did not want the police to shut off the broadcast because of how big it got. Even the mayor realized how big it got. Governor? I hardly knew her. Hey, Dandalorian, welcome in, welcome in. The police. Okay, so because the news reports got so fucking big and the audience got so fucking... It was all of Brazil, dude. It was all of Brazil. It wasn't just that little that little small town. It was the whole country that was watching this. Mayor, I hardly knew her, Jesus Christ. So the mayor was under pressure to actually keep this going because everyone wanted to know what was going on. It's probably the owner of the broadcasting station that's funding the politician that could have stopped everything. What's this anyway? I agree with you, Rio. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is that, like, the politician wanted, because it got so big, the politician thought that if he tried to shut it down, it would just make it would cause huge backlash to him, because he was up for re-election. That's why he didn't want to shut any of this down, was because he wanted everyone's attention on this, because he wanted good publicity for his re-election. That's why. I don't think he got re-elected, but he tried. He did this because he wanted to get re-elected. He thought if he shut it down, it would cause backlash to him not getting re-elected. That's the reason why it stayed up for so long. So the country thought it was good TV. Yeah, pretty much. Fucking girl getting a gun held up to her head. Oh my god. This is great TV. TLDR, pedo kidnaps girl, news people caught wind and broadcasted to the entire country of Brazil. Police can't do shit. Yeah, pretty much. So God, this is like the 4th or 5th time I've said this. He's an abusive boyfriend. The girl didn't want to date him anymore. She broke up with him, and he got mad, and he fucking stormed into her apartment with a gun, and now he's holding her hostage. I've always been curious about the Brazilian political landscape. It's something, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of interesting, well, I can't say, there's some interesting Brazilian cases, I'll tell you that. Light sarcasm? Ah.
And as a result, they would overhear officers discussing their plans on how they were going to attempt to end the situation. To which, incredibly, these stations would proceed to air this information in real time, meaning that everything the police were trying to do to help Eloa would be heard by Lindenberg well before they would attempt to carry it out. And he would see it all too, as due to the constant live coverage outside their window, he would be able to see any officer attempting to approach the door or the windows. The media was not only making Lindenberg feel invincible, but they were quite literally making him untouchable.
They were literally helping him, dude. They were fucking helping him. This sounds mad though. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Blowing raspberries, rude. I was just blowing out of breath because I'm just like overwhelmed with how stupid this whole situation was. Like, this whole situation's just so stupid. Oh yeah, not only is there mass coverage reporting of the fucking hostage situation, not only can the police not do shit, there's a crowd of people, civilians, surrounding the building and cheering for the gunman because they believe he's just a confused guy who's just crazy in love with his girlfriend. Is that what that's called? Yeah, blowing raspberries, doing that thing. What's next, viewers? Donating bits and choose what the police should do? Oh my god. It's not a hostage situation, it's a hostage opportunity.
Whenever the police would make plans, he would hear it on the TV and simply adjust his course to ensure that they wouldn't capture him. Whatever the police said and whatever the police did, Lindenberg was watching over them all the while. And so they had to be extra diligent and avoid doing anything rash to keep the situation stable. But as another long day came to an end...
Dude, I'd be so pissed. I'd tell the fucking news reporters to fucking leave. I would tell them to fucking leave. I would be so fucking pissed. Twitch chat diffuses Brazilian hostage situation.
And the sun rose on the 4th morning of this ordeal.
Maybe the police should have whispered. Sub goal to release this hostage. Oh my. Who could have thought the apartment had a TV? No, our one weakness, a TV and a news broadcast. Twitch plays bomb diffuser hot. Oh my.
They would proceed to do the exact opposite. Following her release from the apartment, Nyara had been recovering in private away from the media.
It gets worse, guys. It gets worse. I forgot it got worse. I forgot it got worse. So for those of you who don't know, when the guy first stormed the apartment, there was 4 preteens, there was 4 teenagers in there. It was Aloha and 3 of her friends. After a good couple of hours, eventually the gunman let her friends go. It gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Couldn't the police just cut the TV cables? I mean, they tried shutting off the power, but it just ended up pissing the gunman off, so I don't know if they're willing to do that again. So they cut off the power, and he released 2 of the hostages. Then he had 2 hostages left. The police turned off the lights and turned off the power to the apartment, and they said, we'll turn it back on if you release one of the hostages. So he released Aloha's friend, and they turned the power back on. So I don't think they're willing to risk Aloha's life to turn them off again, just for him to like kill her. Like I don't think they would want to risk that. I'm dying. Thank you forever at once. Or shut off power. What? Nani? They didn't shut off power, but they turned it back on. Oh, they did shut off power. Okay. How to fix a hostage situation. Turn it off and on again? Oh my god. But wait, there's more. The police should have said double it and give it to the next person and to let even more. Oh my god. Jesus.
Trying her best to grapple with...
Okay, so this is Aloha's friend. She literally just got released from that harrowing situation, and she's recovering at the hospital.
The situation that she had just endured, as well as dealing with the fear of what might happen to her closest friend. However, on the morning of Thursday the 17th, a pair of unexpected visitors would arrive at her home. Standing at her door were 2 police officers that had been working Aloha's case, who requested that Nyara come with them in order to help assist with their negotiations. Apparently, that morning, Lindenberg had agreed to facilitate Aloha's release, but only on the condition that Nyara and Douglas meet the 2 outside of the apartment and walk with them down into police custody. This was due to the fact that Lindenberg had become paranoid of being shot by officers, but having Nyara and Douglas there would essentially provide a shield for him.
I think Douglas is Aloha's little brother. So he wants Aloha's best friend and Aloha's little brother there as body shields, so that police don't shoot him when he comes out. Dude, I have a hostage. Get back, police. Oh yeah, well 2 could play at that game. Grabs a bystander and puts her on gunpoint. Bystander cheers because she's on TV. Oh my god, stop. I can actually see that happening. That's so funny. I can see that happening in Cyanide and Happiness. You know those skits? I can see that happening in Cyanide and Happiness. That's why I think it's funny. That's why I think it's funny. If it was actually a thing that happened in real life, just for clarification, if it actually happened in real life, that's not funny. But if it was a Cyanide and Happiness skit, very funny. I have a hostage. Brazil sends in GTA 5 police. I give. Oh no, he has a 5-star rating. Oh no.
And so the police agreed. But by this point, Nyara had no idea that this deal had ever been made, and that she was now being driven back to the kidnap.
Claire Mraz 52, best and cheapest viewers. What? Mods, can we get Claire Claire do be spittin'? Nah, man, that's not my wanted level. That's my Google review. Oh my.
Site. where she would soon have to meet her captor face to face yet again. And there was little to no time for her to react upon her arrival, as she was almost immediately thrust into negotiations.
Yes, young child who just escaped from a harrowing situation, negotiate with the gunman for your friend's survival. I'm sure that's not fucking traumatizing or very anxiety inducing. Are you going up? I will. Love, I'm going up. It's okay, in front of the door. Don't let any police officers go up, okay? Okay. None. Okay, let me talk to him now, love. Everything will be fine. This is so hard to listen to. Oh. I promised you from the beginning I'm good. Gunman, give me more hostages, please. Okay, give me a sec.
Desde o começo, tá bom? Beijos. Te amo.
Oi, Nayara.
Tudo bom?
Tá melhor já?
All is well?
Tô, você tá calmo?
Are you calm?
Aí?
Tudo calmo.
All calm.
Você vai fazer mesmo
Are you really going to do everything you're saying?
tudo isso que você tá falando?
I do. Do you trust me? Fuck no. I would never trust a guy like that.
Confio.
I trust.
And so, the cameras followed as Nayara and Douglas began their trek up to the home. Though almost immediately, Lindenberg had a change of heart and began yelling to negotiators that he no longer wanted to do this, as he was nervous about Douglas being there. Instead insisting that Nayara come up to the unit alone, where he would then open the door and she would take Eloa's hand and the three would walk out together. Based on this behavior, it was obvious that Lindenberg wasn't to be trusted, as he had already backed off the original deal. Plus, part of his deal was that no police officers would be allowed in the building, meaning that there was no backup for Nayara, making the whole thing far too dangerous to even consider. And yet, the negotiators agreed anyway, and gave Nayara the call to walk up those stairs and approach the door alone. And so, with no backup whatsoever,
Do you want to guess what happens next? Let's give them options, Paul. Option 1. Nayara takes Eloa's hand and they walk down the stairs, hand in hand, with the gunman right behind them, as per the original plan. Option 2. He ends up shooting her in the face. Option 3. He ends up pushing her down the stairs. Option 4. He takes her hostage. Which option do you think happened next? Hand holding? Now he's gone too far. I know, right? In front of everybody. Option 4.
However, the pressure of her friend's life on her shoulders, the police officers talking in her ear, and
Everyone drops everything, says sorry, they skip down the stairs, they all get pizza at CC's, highest ratings ever recorded on Earth. Jesus Christ.
the hundreds of thousands of people watching at home, she felt as if she had no choice but to walk up those stairs step by step, until she stood just feet away from the door, where she waited to see Eloa. Though when the door was opened, she was instead met with the sight of Lindenberg, who reached out his arms, grabbed Nayara's hand, and pulled her inside, shutting the door behind them. And with that, Nayara was a hostage once more.
Have you ever heard of something like that ever happening? You're in a hostage situation. The gunman finally releases some of the hostages. And your bright idea is to let one of the hostages go back in to be a hostage again. Have you ever heard of anything happening like that ever? That's literally the first time I've ever heard of something so stupid happening. Well done, law enforcement. High fives all around. God damn it. If you give me a bong and 4 days in a locked room, and I could probably write this shit. It activated the trap card, rookie mistake. This is actually insane. How do you think I feel when I heard about this shit? When I first heard about this, I was livid, dude. I was fucking incensed. I was like, how? How can you let this shit happen? How? It's just so unfathomable. It's without fathom, you know? It's without fathom.
This whole sequence has to be one of the worst handlings of a hostage situation that I've ever seen.
I agree. This is the worst one I've ever heard. I don't normally look up hostage situations, but this is the most stupidest decision-making upon stupid decision-making upon stupid decision-making I have ever heard. Like, literally back-to-back to back-to-back to back bad decisions. Holy shit. Remember, Ree, you chose to watch this. You could have gone hell diving with the points. Honestly, I actually wanted to play Dragon's Dogma 2 again. I was like, I really want to play Dragon's Dogma 2 because that fucking Minotaur is an annoying bitch and I want to kill it really badly.
Having Nyara at the scene to begin with was questionable enough, as remember, she was only 15 years old at the time. And
oh yeah, she's a girl. She's a kid, dude. This is a kid. They're kids, and they sent them back into the hostage situation. It's fucking ridiculous. Now all our brains are imploding like a bug breach. Between this and What the Fuck Did I Marry, Reeve could end up being anime girl Wendigoon. I mean, I'm pretty much just a reactor. I wouldn't say I'm like Wendigoon. Wendigoon actually does the hard research. I just react. I just react to it.
she had just survived this traumatic experience only one day before, but sending her up there alone, with no form of protection, is shocking. And you might think that after all of this, the news stations would finally just back off and stop intruding on the case, as clearly things were becoming more and more dire.
It's funnier to have your own style. Yeah, true.
However, they only became more obsessed, as Nyara's recapture only boosted their ratings even higher, and garnered the case a whole new level of notoriety.
Guys, have you heard of a gunman with one hostage? You'll never guess. He has two.
That they just needed to exploit. And so, these reporters began calling the unit repeatedly, doing anything they could in an attempt to speak to Lindenberg. Though even when he wouldn't answer, they would still try to speak to him directly over their broadcast.
Brito, I think we could, who knows, take advantage of this. She fucking said that. She fucking said that on TV. For everyone to fucking hear that. I think we could, who knows, take advantage of this. Of this moment when we know that the three of them are watching the show here and they are fine, that as soon as Lindenberg confirmed this here for our production, they are fine. Today on Channel 4 News, we call Lindenberg at 3 a.m. Let's monetize this tragedy, pretty much. What's that Don Henley song? What's that Don Henley song? Let me guess. This biatch works at YouTube now? Oh my. YouTube Brazil. What was that song? Oh, Dirty Laundry. There you go. Let's look at the lyrics for Dirty Laundry, guys. Let's see. Hey, look. We got the bubblehead bleach blonde comes on at 5. She can tell you about the plane crash with a gleam in her eye. It's interesting when people die. Give us Dirty Laundry. Can we fill the operation? Is the head dead yet? You know, the boys in the newsroom got a running bet. Get the widow on the set. We need Dirty Laundry. You don't really need to find out what's going on. You don't really want to know just how far it's gone. Just leave well enough alone. Eat your dirty laundry. Kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, kick them when they're stiff, kick them all around. Wait. Ain't news reporters great, guys? They're awesome. Journalists, am I right? Hopefully after some hindsight the reporters were fired. Nope. No, they were not, unfortunately. There was no, from what I understand, there was no repercussions for the news reporters. Live leak, am I right, fellas? Now they all got promotions and a pizza party. Jesus Christ.
Nossa produção, eles estão bem, estão tranquilos, estão só esperando o momento certo.
They are fine, they are calm, they are just waiting for the right moment.
Pedir para uma das meninas, quem sabe, ou ele mesmo.
For one of the girls, who knows, or himself, give a sign
Deixa
now.
sinal agora aqui na janela para mostrar para todo mundo que está tudo bem, que está ok.
Here in the window to show everyone that it's alright.
E que essa história vai acabar.
That it's okay and that this story will end as soon as
rápido que todo mundo espera. Se os três
everyone expects, if the three of them can give a sign.
Puderem deles dar sinal,
sign it, do something to show everyone.
Fazer alguma coisa para mostrar
to make everyone calm.
Para deixar todo mundo mais calmo.
Instructing him to give specific signals to show that he was hearing them. Both the media and Lindenberg were stretching his 15 minutes of fame for as long as they possibly could. And by that Friday, the ordeal would reach its 100th hour, making it the most prolonged hostage crisis in Brazil's entire history, with there being no sign of a resolution in sight. And it was obvious that this longevity was weighing heavily on Lindenberg, whose fiery persona had eventually turned into despondency as he grew more and more exhausted, with his words alluding to the possibility that he was finally going to snap.
What was it? I'm not going to go to jail from here. No. How does he get food? They like have a box of food, and they used a rope. They used a rope or makeshift rope out of bed sheets, and they lowered it. And I believe that the police officers put food in the sheets so that he used the hostage to pull the sheets up so that they could have food. You know, we should take advantage of this merch. Jesus Christ. Dude, if I upload this to YouTube with, oh my god, hostage situation for real, IRL, Among Us. Jesus Christ. She's still talking. Hi, Nakama. You're still here. But why is that, man? Because I'm not going to go to jail from here, no. Because if I go to jail, I'm going to unalive myself there, bro. I'm a guy without feelings. Heartless now. Dude, this man's a poet. Please stop existing. Oh my. Cringe or funny. Jesus Christ. Oh, I was wondering what you're I was like, why is Nakama saying mean stuff? And I was like, did Happy say something I didn't see? It didn't show on the overlay, so that's why I was like, what? The Nakasi? The legendary Nakasi? Make it very clear to the population that it's coming to an end. Please stop.
And by this point, Brazilian officials
You're the one. You started this. I hope you know that.
were tired of their negotiations anyway, and knew that it was time for a different tactic, sending in their Special Tactical Actions Group, known as GATE. Although, due to the cameras on the scene, the team knew that they couldn't just scale up the wall and enter through the window, since Lindenberg would be able to see the whole thing unfolding on his TV. And any time he would go to the window, he used Eloa as a human shield. meaning that any plan to shoot him from long range without risking the life of Eloa was nearly impossible. There was really only one way in, the front door. With her
Guys, would you believe me if I told you it gets worse? Would you believe me if I told you it gets even worse? The Nakumasi never existed. It does not exist and will never exist. The Nakumasi can't hurt you. You're serious? No. This is like it gets worse. The hostage situation. Oh my god, this case is insane. I know, right? How hard is it to just strong arm some reporters into being still for 5 minutes? Oh my god. It gets worse.
plan being to set a charge and breach said door should Lindenberg's behavior escalate, with the camera showing the entirety of the setup. At one point, they even captured the team secretly raising up a gun to one of the officers, despite the officers telling Lindenberg that there were going to be no guns involved, though their cover was clearly blown. And so, the charge was set, and the streets fell silent.
Due to the eclipse, the Nakumasi came into existence.
As all of Brazil watched on, waiting to see what would happen next.
Na tarde de hoje, documento foi entregue, também colete.
Minuto ao senhor, doutor. Nós estamos
Cameramen are narcs.
Ritual,
Pretty much.
Ritual final desse episódio, o ritual que precede a libertação das duas reféns, das duas adolescentes e a entrega.
Oh shit.
Barulho lá no local. Aconteceu disparo, Percival. Barulho,
They
exatamente.
breached. They breached it. Go, go, go.
Houve disparo lá dentro.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Imagine instead of going to a movie or something normal like that, going to a live hostage situation. Oh my god.
It all happened in the blink of an eye, as in an instant, Gate would blow open the door, which was followed by a puff of smoke and 4 loud gunshots. The scene is hectic for a minute, until suddenly, we see Nayara stumble out of the door, bleeding heavily from her face, where she falls into the arms of an officer.
Gotta bring back medieval-style execution events for real. I know, right? See, the reason why people had those things, public executions, is because it's to deter people from doing the crimes. And look what happened. We got rid of the death penalty in most states now. And look what happened. Crime's a rampant thing right now. I think maybe public execution should come back. Maybe, For real, public hangings need to be a thing. And we gotta start burning witches again. No, not burning witches.
Then, a stretcher is taken into
Mods put Nakama on the rack.
and out of the room, with Eloa strapped to it.
Yes, Reeves, let's bring back public would be lit as up. No! Well, maybe for PDF files. Like, let's normalize that for PDF files. That's the only time I'll ever allow it, is for PDF files. Only racks I got are in my bank account. Oh, I thought you were gonna say the only racks I got are like big booba chest is what I thought you were gonna say. Have witches burn the criminals. Hey, that's an idea. Drive through the ditches and burn the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula. What did PDF files ever do? JK, yeah. I know what you mean. Those are all civilians screaming in the background. Those are all people, dude, screaming in the background. Burning at the stake is a cool way to go out, though. Do you know how long it takes? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. We don't need to go into detail with that. Please tell me this doesn't get worse. if it doesn't explain the situation in the video, I'll explain what happened during that situation. Those are all people in before they're in court, and the guy is like, "Can I have my hostages back?" Oh my. No, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to point out how much this was such a fucking spectacle, that fucking civilians are surrounding the whole area and watching all this unfold like 5 feet away. Like, they're 5 feet away from this. They're not that far away from this. They're all fucking watching this. And in any type of situation, they would have cleared out the whole street. They would have cleared out the whole street and blocked everything off and not have civilians screaming their heads off in this situation. Only in Brazil.
As she is rushed down the stairs and taken into an ambulance. And even at this point, these news crews just couldn't help themselves, as they stuck their cameras in the window of that very same ambulance, where rescue workers were desperately trying to save Eloa's life.
We can't take the cameras off for 1 second, guys. We have to get every gory detail. We need to record a girl struggling to fucking survive after she got shot. She's only 15. We need the ratings. We need the footage. These fucking vultures, dude. Scratch his neck. Do y'all have any more of those hostages? We need to, these kinds of reporters and paparazzi. Dude, this is fucking insanity. Instead of service dogs, he's gonna need service hostages.
In the fray, Lindenberg had been struck by a rubber bullet and pulled from the unit where police piled on top of him, thus finally bringing the crisis to an end.
A girl has just been shot, some random reporter. Did you get the shot? Did you get it, guys? This is my PTSD hostage. Oh my.
But not before he would fire his weapon 3 times.
Oh shit.
One shot would hit Nayara's hand, with the bullet traveling directly through it and then striking her in the face, while Eloa was struck twice, once in the groin and once directly in the head. Despite being given immediate medical attention, Eloa Pimentel fell into a coma, and though she fought bravely for many days, she was eventually pronounced brain dead, before she would ultimately pass away. Her funeral was held days later, where over 30,000 people would pay their respects for the girl whose kidnapping many had watched on their household TVs. In the days that followed, Nayara would make a full recovery, and she would later go on to speak out about her story and how she was pressured by law enforcement to revisit the scene that day with her.
She's just a baby, dude. We got 2. They were former mods, but they haven't been fed yet. Bleeding profusely, can't speak. It appears she did not get shot. Wow. Wow, what? So it did get fucking worse. Jesus Christ. Yeah. If it doesn't explain what the fuck happened, I'm going to tell you what the fuck happened.
Accounts leading to heavy criticism against the officers who were working her case. And it wasn't just for that reason either, as her testimony also exposed just how poorly planned out Gates' entry of the home actually was. According to officials, the team only entered the building because they had heard a gunshot, claiming that Lindenberg had fired first, which prompted them to react. Though it's evident from the footage at the scene and from Nayara's own testimony that this actually wasn't the case, and Lindenberg had only begun shooting as a result of that door being blown open. And making things even more troubling, despite blowing the door open, it took officers as long as 7 to 15 seconds to enter the apartment, a time span
7 to 15 seconds. They hesitated. These people stood outside her house trying to get on TV, yet had the gall to attend her funeral. I know! It's fucking stupid, dude. Disgusting. Sorry, I'm gonna rewind
form
it a
of
bit.
repercussions.
Oh shit, I fast-forwarded it.
And making things even more troubling, despite blowing the door open, it took officers as long as 7 to 15 seconds to enter the apartment, a time span in which Lindenberg would fire all 3 of his shots. It's unclear why they hesitated for so long before they entered the home, but they must have known that the blast was going to trigger some sort of reaction from Lindenberg, and their decision not only to breach the door in that manner, but also their decision to wait, undoubtedly contributed to the death of Eloa. And truthfully, it's a miracle that Nyara wasn't killed as well, due to their incompetence. Though obviously, it wasn't just law enforcement who had failed Eloa in the situation, with many pointing their fingers at members of the media, especially those who directly interfered with the situation, as their behavior undoubtedly factored into Lindenberg's behavior.
7 to 10 seconds, oh my god, you know a stratagem drops in 5 seconds, right? Oh, I'm sorry. 7 to 15 seconds. Yes, I know, it's ridiculous. Breaks open door. Well, this seems like a good time for a 7-second smoke break. Gotta smoke crack before I enter. Oh my god.
Though despite this, none of the journalists ever expressed any regret over their handling of the situation, and to my knowledge, none of them faced any form of repercussions. As a result of his many crimes, Lindenberg would be sentenced to 90+ years in prison, though due to Brazilian law, the sentence was reduced to just 30 years.
You know, fucking, did you know that the justice system does that? The police had high ping, they were lagging, so that explains the 7 to 15 seconds. Oh my god. It was lag, bro, it was lag. Did you know that in cases like this, they just, so they start off at the beginning. When you have high profile cases like this, and everyone watched this crime unfold, the judge feels pressure to give the perpetrator the highest sentence possible to appease the masses. But that's it. The judge only puts a high sentence on the perp just to appease the masses, but later on they reduce the sentence. So he went to jail first for 90 years, but then they reduced it to 30 years. Kills 2 girls, let's reduce their sentence to a third of what it originally was. I mean, he killed 1 girl and the other girl got injured. Should have sent this guy to Guatemala Bay. Jesus Christ, dude.
Making it likely that he will someday be released from prison. Which, for now, brings us to the end of this tragic story. Though there is one more detail about this case that I just had to mention at the end here, because it somehow makes this story even more bizarre, as just days after Eloa's death, her father Aldo would disappear.
That's weird. Oh yeah, killed 1 girl, injured another, yeah. So how did this all start? She broke up with him. She said, I don't want to date you anymore. She broke up with him, and then he fucking busted into her apartment waving a gun around. Like, she's like, we're done. I'm breaking up with you. And then a couple days later, he busts into her apartment to hold her hostage. That's what I'm done with my ex. No, don't do that, no. So her dad disappeared?
Throughout the entire hostage crisis, Aldo was essentially invisible to the public, as the press was forbidden from interviewing any of Eloa's family. But as a result of Nyara's recapture, Aldo had become so stressed that he collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. There, he would make a full recovery, but when he was carried away from the scene, the cameras would capture his image as he lay on a stretcher, with the photo being broadcast all over the news that day, where a detective at home just so happened to recognize him. As it turns out, Aldo was a wanted man, having been accused of murdering at least 2 people back in the 90s as part of a Brazilian gang, one of which was even a police chief, and from that moment he had been on the run ever since. With
A police chief? God damn. That gave him some serious cred, I bet. What? I know, fucking plot twist. Apparently Eloa's dad's a fucking wanted criminal.
Actually being an alias for
insane twist.
His real name, Everaldo. During this
God, this story had DLC.
whole situation, Eloa's father was quite literally a killer on the run, and he had been blending into his new life for over a decade, until the moment his face was broadcast all over Brazil, which in turn caused him to flee the area immediately after. Though eventually, after a full year later, Everaldo would finally be captured and sent to prison, marking the end of one of the most shocking television cases we've ever explored, and what may very well be the darkest moment in television history.
Jesus Christ. That's insanity. Insanity. Well, that was the case of Eloa Pimento. Do you guys feel informed? Do you guys feel informed? It was crazy. Like, every bad decision happens, you know? Every bad thing that could happen happens. Wait, was it Dylan Anderson? No. Alright, let's watch some funny, well, I can't say. Let's watch some wholesome stuff.
This guy was fishing and caught this creature that he had no clue what it was, and neither do I. It has so many people online confused, saying it's something they've never seen before. And as it flips over on its back by itself, it looks even crazier. This guy,
I think that's like a cephalopod.
this wild animal is trying to eat through this tent. Holy. When this guy and his wife were out camping in the wild, they were woken up by a strange noise and realized there was an animal trying to bite its way through to them. So we tried to scare it away, but it didn't work.
No, it doesn't give a shit.
He then knew he had to confront it outside, so he gained up the courage to walk out there, and what he saw shocked him.
Oh my god, like a whole family.
It was just a group of ponies wanting to say good morning.
Hello.
This high school student is about to do the craziest thing you'll ever see in a talent show, leaving so many in the crowd confused at what he's possibly about to do. But when he went up to this drawing board, he showed everyone that his biggest talent is that he can draw the perfect circle.
So he tried to scare them away. Dude, blah.
This high school
No, impossible.
student is about to do the craziest thing
I want
you'll
to see it
ever
again.
see in a talent
I want to see it again. No cap, no cap.
show, leaving so many in the crowd confused at what he's possibly about to do. But when he went up to this drawing board, he showed everyone that his biggest talent is that he can draw the perfect circle.
Damn. He's the Rizzler. He killed her with Riz. Bring that bastard back. Nobody makes a perfect circle. Fake, that's AI.
This little kitten named Cotton is just in his cage waiting to be picked up, tapping his feet and being as patient as possible, just looking out of his little window watching everyone go by.
I want a kitten so badly. I want a little baby kitten.
This guy named Will has a little brother named Joe who has Down syndrome. And one day he asked Joe if he wanted to dig for treasure outside. And after a while, Joe hit something with his shovel.
You hit something.
He then dug to find out what it was and found an old bottle with a note inside. And when he finally got it out to read it, it said this.
So will you please say yes to be my best man? Love, Will.
What? You want to be my best man?
He was so excited to be the best man in his big bro's wedding.
You want to say yes? Yes. Man, I love you. You love me, I love you.
This guy named Will has a little...
So cute. Dogs are better. How dare you? How dare you say that? Also, hi, Too Tall. Welcome in. And after a while, Joe hits a landmine. Boom. Aw, that's a bigger explosion. Aw. Of course, she would want another kitten rather than adopting an older or disabled cat. L streamer. Be quiet. Be quiet. Hush. My dog's gonna be my best man. Aw.
This husband was shocked what his wife's face looked like after she went to the dentist.
Can you give me a nice big smile?
They gave her too much numbing on one side of her face, so now she can't move it.
And he's like, so when you get home, don't be alarmed, it's gonna look like you've had a stroke.
The one side of your face doesn't move. You're smiling on the side. And you just don't face. It's two-faced. Hold still.
It's two-faced.
But luckily, it's just temporary. This husband was shocked when
Reaver face reveal. Shush. Be quiet, Happy. Oh my god, Harvey did. I did that with my younger brother. I got him a metal detector for his birthday once and hid some coins down a path. Aw, that's cute. Where's Rachel?
this guy was filming a moose with his drone when it suddenly paused and started shaking to shed off both of its antlers, and it's incredible to see. He then followed the moose tracks to find the antlers. The guy filming it was so excited, knowing how extremely rare this is to witness, saying this is like winning the lottery when it comes to filming wildlife. So excited to keep these for a memory he'll never forget. This guy was filming
crazy.
a moose with his drone when it suddenly paused and started shaking to shed off both of its antlers, and it's incredible to see. He then followed the moose tracks to find the antlers.
That must feel weird. Like, do you think they feel it when it's time for their antlers to come off? Like they just feel it. They're like, oh yes, it's time.
When this little boy named JJ was just 2 years old, he was attacked in his front yard by 5 of his neighbor's pit bulls. The dogs ripped off his face before his dad was able to fight them all off, and the aftermath is just too graphic to show. The doctors then had to reattach his face all back together, and shortly after the attack, JJ built up the courage to go near a dog again, completely facing his fear and even petting it, showing how strong and brave this little man is. And this is him now, not letting anything stop him.
Aw, babe. What's he gonna do with the antlers? Probably just mount them on a wall somewhere. Moose was like, fuck this, I can't get a signal anyway. Shake my head. Eat them? No!
This calf was recently just born with 2 heads. This is so rare that the chance of this happening is 1 in 400
Holy
million.
shiza.
Unfortunately, it's unlikely for this calf to be able to live into adulthood. But after going viral with so many people showing the calf love, it has the entire world rooting for it. This calf was recently just born with 2 heads. This is so rare that
oh my god, it's a Brahmin.
The chance of this happening is 1 in 400 million. Unfortunately, it's unlikely for this calf to be able to live into adulthood. But after going viral with so many people showing the calf love, it has the entire world rooting for it.
IRL Fallout reference. Double heads equal double ribeye?
When this beluga whale came up to this man on his boat, he grabbed his GoPro and then stuck it inside the water to film him. But then his worst nightmare happened because he accidentally dropped his camera and he was freaking out, knowing he will never get this back. It sank all the way down to the bottom, as you can see it hitting the sea floor. But moments later, the craziest thing happened. The whale actually swam to the bottom and grabbed his GoPro. But not only that, the whale actually returned it back to him. The guy was stunned. The whale then stuck around, so he was able to say thank you, showing how incredibly smart these animals are. When this beluga whale came up to this man on his boat, he grabbed his GoPro and then stuck it inside the water to film him. But then his worst nightmare happened because he accidentally dropped his camera and he was freaking out, knowing he will never get this back. It sank all the way down to the bottom, as you can see it hitting the sea floor. But moments later, the craziest thing happened. The whale actually swam to the bottom and grabbed his GoPro. But not only that, the whale actually returned it back to him. The guy was stunned. The whale then stuck around, so he was able to say thank you, showing how incredibly smart.
That's beautiful. Faith in humanity restored. You could adopt that guy, but no, you want a kitten. Look, they're both cute, okay? All 3 of them. All 3 of them are adorable, all right? What do you want from me? You don't get people that kind nowadays, and that's a whale. And that's a whale, damn. All right. That was an experience. Thank you guys for joining me for it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for humoring me. I do have an interest in true crime. I want to do other conspiracy stuff too later on. Hopefully if beluga kindness. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Gets Reeve one of every baby animal. It was definitely an experience. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we can do others. If I ever get to the, I'm starting to think that maybe if I can only do the things I want to do once I have a freer schedule. So hopefully I might go on break with my job at some point, but we can do a little more stuff than just watch one true crime video. But never heard a story with an optional DLC side quest. That was quite a ride. There's a strange disappearance case you might like. Oh? What's it called? What's it called? If you got a link, put the link in. I looked into that energy thing you talked about. You suck at explaining. Shut up, Happy. Yuba County 5. Okay, sorry. There was like a flash of light in my room. It's like really thundering outside. So earlier this morning, it was storming and the lights in the apartment all went out for like 5 seconds. And I'm scared that's gonna happen during stream. That sounds really spooky. Yuba County 5. Wait, was it a disappearance of 5 people? Whether in Texas? Yeah, pretty much. Yuba County 5. Why does that sound familiar, actually? Yes? 5 people who disappeared? Wait, why does that sound familiar? The Yuba County 5. I think I may have heard that case. Yeah, the thunderstorm's back. Stop for a moment. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah. It's supposed to rain here all night. Jeez. There's some YouTubers who covered it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the next one. Eliminate liberty. Little link. Lead. Yuba 5. Eat chat. You want me to eat chat? Jesus. Ugh, I can't wait to get back into Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm gonna kill that Minotaur. It keeps eating my ass. I was gonna say the Minotaur keeps eating my ass. Oh my god. It keeps kicking my ass. Don't forget to eat, girl. Oh my. Did you just say eliminate liberty? So you really are a fascist. No, I'm not a fascist, I swear. Hey, yo, lol. Wow, I knew you liked beef, but not that way. No, it's an accident. Stay away from the hind kicks then. No! No! Speaking of, I probably should get some salmon and rice. My brother-in-law made me like 2 salmons, so I'm probably gonna eat those. The Democratic officer is gonna have a weird call. Sir, no, it's not what you think, sir. Sir, it's not what you think, sir. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you guys for humoring me. Let me see if there's... let's see if there's anyone to raid. Sorry, it's just a short stream today. Traffic was annoying. Wow, okay. Bye. Fun as always, Ree. I love you. Until next time. Alright. Let's see if we can... I know how to do this. I've done this so many times. I should know how to do this. Crap. I think I went through... Shit. I know how to raid. I've raided people before. Probably next time we're going to watch the Waco siege, and then next we're gonna do the Yuba County 5. And of course I have like a bunch of other true crime stuff stories that I want you guys to watch with me. So thank you for humoring me. Let's see. Alright, we're going to raid Fiamma Rosado at some point, perchance. I'm just watching an ad right now. Apparently there's an ad showing right now. True crime with Anime Girl. Alright, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a good night or rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go.